Hello and welcome to Brake Check. My name is Brian and behind me I have the all-new Subaru WRX. And I know, if you're an enthusiast, you may not be so happy about it. But if you love crossovers, this might be the car for you. So let's take a walk around and check it out. Boy, oh boy, there's one thing I must get out of the way right now, and it's these fenders. If you've ever seen a Subaru Crosstrek, you might resemble this remark right here. But the good news is, it's not just a copy and paste, it is functional with aero. These vents right here do work and do help with brake cooling and other things like that. So, out with the old and with the new. This is on the new Subaru Global architecture. It is finally matched up with the Impreza we've had for a couple years now. And WRX stands for World Rallycross. You can still get a manual with this, which is great. You can still get a turbo. It's an all-new 2.4 liter boxer engine. It does make about the same power, a little bit more, but it is all new. And we're thinking will be more reliable for long-term ownership, which is great. And just like the old model, you can still get a CVT with it. So let's walk around and look at the aesthetics of it real quick. Right away, you can tell that the car seems to look a little higher. And part of that's because they've done flat black, kind of like crossovers. And for the street tuner class, that's not a good thing. That's not a good look if you're into tuner cars. But if you're an outdoorsy person, you don't want a hatchback, that's what this is really for. And this is meant to go over gravel and dirt roads, not scuff your door sills. And that is a plus for that person. Coming on back, you do have a big second door, just like the previous gen, so it's going to function quite well. We'll check out the interior in just a minute. I do want to come back here and check out this taillight. And I want to really focus on this because the teaser shots of this vehicle showed this taillight and I immediately thought, man, this is going to be special. It's going to be a tuner enthusiast car. It looks sharp, looks like it's straight off a BRZ, which is not a bad thing. Well, the car came out and we saw a bunch of cladding on the back, like it's straight off an Outback. And look, I'm an enthusiast. I like tuner cars, but the reality is, buyers of that market aren't buying cars anymore. People are having kids, they want to go outdoors, they want to get out of their city life, and that's what this is going to allow you to do. That's the idea behind it. Now, we do get a Ducktail Spoiler on the back, which I think looks pretty good. And again, the cladding is there. In typical WRX fashion, we do have 4 exhaust tips, which is cool. They haven't gotten rid of that. I'm happy about that. And with that, let's jump into the interior and talk about it a little bit more. All right, coming on down. Now, this is a prototype vehicle, so there may be some trim variables between this and a production car. But the first thing to note is that I see a CVT in here. But I see Recaro seats, which is usually a good thing. Previously, these have been on the STI model and not really easy to get on a WRX. Good news is that is available on the GT trim. The bad news is you have to get a CVT if you want these good seats. Which I'm sorry, Subaru, that's a little bit confusing for me. The downside of that is I feel like you're alienating a tuner and enthusiast driver that this car used to belong to. But with that aside, back to the maturity of outdoorsiness, you do have the center display, which is straight out of the Subaru Ascent and the Outback. So it's the new updated screen. The whole dash is new. In fact, the whole car is new, which is nice. We're told NVH will be quieter, noise, vibration, and harshness. But you've also lost the park and brake. It's a button now, which is par for the course for most people, most brands. But it's here. We're glad they've kept the brand alive, and we are very happy that the manual is still available. Thank you, Subaru, for not alienating that. If you're looking for a WRX, get in line. They're new, and they're going to be a minute to get out, but I'm glad it's here. Looking forward to a proper road test of this. Thanks for watching. Take care.